looking at the daunting task of unlocking T5 troops and wondering how the heck am I going to get this done? Fear not, my friend. In today's video, we are going to be talking about everything that is required to unlock T5 and how you can get there just a little bit faster than everybody else in your alliance and kingdom. And we're getting started right now. What is going on, Rise of Kingdoms fans? Wispy here. And if you are new to the channel and you like guides that help you optimize your account, then consider subscribing. And if you are a reoccurring viewer of the channel and you are not subscribed, what the heck are you waiting for? We're coming out with videos like machine gun fire. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future uploads. Now, as you see on the screen before you, we have T5 troops. We're going to kick off this video talking about the required buildings that you will need to get to T5, because I get this question all the time. I get messages in game, hey Wispy, what buildings do I need to get to 25 before I can start researching T5 troops? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw up on the screen the list of buildings that you will first need to upgrade to level 25 before you can even start thinking about getting T5 troops. Important note, at the bottom of this list, you'll see that you will need a grand total of 16 master blueprints. They're about 2,000 gems a pop, so it's going to be a total of 32,000 gems for all 16 master blueprints. Now, I know this seems like a lot of gems, but don't worry. Later on in the video, we're going to talk about how free-to-play and low spenders can get more gems to get all the blueprints that they will need to start their T5 research. Now, I found this nifty diagram on Rock Guides, and it tells you the order of the buildings that you will need to get to 25. Let me go ahead and throw that up on the screen for you real fast so we can go over it together. Now, you'll notice at the very bottom of the diagram, it starts off with your resource production buildings, and then it moves over to your troop training buildings, and then it has the castle, the alliance center, and you can see how it gradually goes up and it points to what needs to go when and where. The main obstacle that players will hit when trying to get to T5 is their castle and their watchtower. We did quite a bit of research and calculations to see how many books you will need to take your castle from level 1 to 25. It's going to approximately be 20,095 books, which would be the equivalent of rallying between 4,000 and 5,000 barbarian forts. Or if you're pay to win, you might need to know this, it's going to take you approximately 200,950 gems to go from level 1 to 25. When it comes to the watchtower, it's no different. It's going to take about 20,088 arrows of resistance, or approximately 200,880 gems. You can also get the arrows of resistance and the books of the covenant in the VIP as you level up. As a free-to-play or low spender, do not worry about the arrows of resistance. You get those through barbarians, and you should be doing barbarians on a daily basis. Especially when you're in KVK, you should be doing barbs like crazy. First, fastest way to get to T5, how you should approach your research once you get your academy to 25, is once you get to T4 troops, you should start to figure out what kind of player you are. What troop do you want to specialize in? And here's the key. Once you figure out whether you're an infantry, archer, or cav player, you can go all in on that one troop type. So say you are a cavalry player, get stirrups and plate of armor to level 10, medical corpse, combined arms and encampment to 10, and unlock your T5 cavalry. Because to get these researches to level 10, you do not need to mess with the infantry or the archer researches. You don't need to bother with this. You can go all in on one troop type, and that is one way to get T5 faster than evenly doing your research. It should go without saying, you should have your alliance center to level 25 as quickly as possible. When your alliance center is 25, you get a grand total of 30 helps, and when you're doing a research that is 60 to 70 days in length, 30 helps is going to knock off a significant amount of time. And also, when you're doing big researches, you should always look and find a rune before starting a big research. Find a rune, preferably not this one, preferably a 10 to 15%. In a perfect world, to be a 15% research rune and a kingdom buff. And you can also go to an alliance in your kingdom. There are sanctuaries that have research bonus. So you want to stack up all the buffs that you can. And this will help, especially if you're free to play or low spender, to knock off a significant amount of time on your research. Now, I know we just talked about a bunch of things that had an ungodly amount of gems tied to it. Now, I spend quite a bit of money in the game, so I don't like to give too much free-to-play / low spender advice. So what I did is I reached out and I talked to a few of my buddies that I know that are 100% free-to-play or extremely low spenders. And I was like, hey guys, can you give me a few pointers for the video so I can give some quality free-to-play / low spender advice? And this is a list that we compiled that will help you and what you should be doing to help you get T5 much quicker. You should be doing this. The number one thing that I kept getting back from them was they gather gems on the map at an insane rate. Like it's all they do is they are super active and they go around and they gather gems on the map, which is extremely free to play way to get upwards between 1,000 to 2,000 gems a day. So I know one of my buddies said he gets around 2,500 gems a day doing this. Another thing that they said to do was do your daily quests. Do your daily quests. You get gems through here. Also, when you complete certain quests, you get gems from that as well. So make sure you do your daily quests. Another piece of advice that they gave was participate in all the events. So you get speed ups, resources, and sometimes you get a little bit of gems for certain events as well. Another big one that surprised me, but once I thought about it, it wasn't that much of a surprise, is you should be doing your expedition. Okay, so when you're doing the expedition, especially like in the early game, you get quite a bit of gems. You get a lot of rewards from doing the expedition, especially early in the game. And also, you know, you can go into the shop and you can get resources. Sometimes they have speed ups in there. So that's another little way to optimize getting your way to T5. Every little bit helps. The last big one that they said was participate heavily in the Lost Kingdom. The Lost Kingdom, KVK, gives tons of rewards, not necessarily gems, but you do get a lot of resources, speed ups. The gem nodes are a lot bigger in KVK, and so if you already have the pattern of farming gems in your home kingdom, then you're going to thrive in KVK and you are going to farm a crazy amount of gems. And also in KVK, there are events where you have to rally a lot of barbarian forts. You can get a lot of books that way, and you got to accumulate a lot of honor. So you should be doing crazy amount of barbarians. So you're going to get a ton of arrows of resistance as well. So this will help with your castle and your watchtower. I know a lot of you are saying right now, but Wispy, if all I do is farm gems, how the heck am I going to have resources to do my research and my building upgrades and everything else? You create farm accounts. So what you do is you farm all the regular resources that you would need on either a farm account or multiple farm accounts. You can have as many as you want. And your main account just farms gems, while your farm accounts farm all the other resources you're going to need. Now, if you are interested in that, I'll have linked in the description below. We just released a ultimate farm account. It was last week or something like that, and I'll also have it linked at the end screen as well. So consider checking that out so you can set up the ultimate farm. If you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments below. Also, consider checking out the Ultimate Farm Account Guide, and I'll also link our T4 to T5 video as well. Until next time, I'm Wispy Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.